online class will be as effective as traditional class if it is designed appropriately, and learning quality depends on the level of digital access. Hi, hello, I'm Sulidar Fitri. Welcome to my presentation today. At this time, I would like to present our research paper. The title is Data Visualization Using Our Language for Students' Perceptions Toward Online and Face-to-Face Learning. A case study in Information Technology Education Department in University Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya. Here we meet awesome team, the authors. I'm the presenter as the first author, and then I have another 6 co-authors here. And next, let's get started from some proverbs. From Albert Einstein stated that education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. And also another proverb comes from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Next, from the background here, with the COVID-19, a novel coronavirus disease spreading across the globe, many countries have ordered closure of all educational institutions. Colleges are shut for an indefinite period. Based on urgency situation, as nowadays there is a pandemic that spread into the globe, all of the world, so Indonesia's government also issued the circular letter consists that all the colleges, universities, and all educational institutes should hold a teaching activity by online started early 2020. And also in Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya changed the teaching methods from face-to-face in class to the online class since mid-March 2022 until this March 2021. So it's almost 1 year. And distance learning here that has been carried out using this online network uses several LMS. And the LMS used in educational department, especially information technology department, the facilities are Google Classroom, AdLink, video conference through Zoom, Google Meets, and also kind of WhatsApp or any kind of email or messages, media social. And next, the purpose of this research based on the background before is the first, find the description results from student learning perceptions using face-to-face and online learning. And the second, descriptions of the findings student perceptions who undergo the existing learning process will be visualized using our programming language. The last one, the learning perception, will provide insight to the community about the quality of the learning methods that have been carried out so that they contribute to the development of technology and methods in learning. Going to the literature review, academic performance in UMTAS based on research Fitri et al. 2018 it shows that prediction results showed 84% students obtain a high GPA and remaining 16% obtain a moderate GPA by using digital media. And another research also using media in social media like WhatsApp, electronic technology learning has grown significantly as a medium learning for education that has developed and advanced over the years. So it will develop years by years until now. And also the findings of this study argue that there is no significantly perception of online learning and face-to-face learning among 4 different levels in the university, which is freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. And the last review is from the literature say that on an average 20 to 30% of the respondents, based on the research from Mut Prasad in 2021, online and face-to-face classes are equally great. And then why our programming language? Because R is one of programming language has environment for statistical and graphic computing, and it is free. And also our programming is simple. Also here from Fox and Lineage say that This is the free statistical software. So our methods here are, the method used in this study is a survey method. We try to collect the data from the respondents, and the respondents here come from the all student in educational of information technology department, and the feedbacks comes from filling out the form will be counted as the participants in our research. The perception survey used 10 times question with Likert scale at 1 to 4 point of scale, and brief reason from the participants describes about their point of view. 1. Strongly disagree. 2. Disagree. 3. Agree. And the last 4. Strongly agree. And this data were analyzed through the descriptive statistic, which was constructed by RStudio using our language programming to show the data visualizations and graphics as results description in this study. Now, coming to the result, the data collection here obtained from the 40 students who gave the feedback after fill out the form of questionnaire, and we spread into 2 groups at this time. The information is 18 people were males and 22 people were females. It's about 45% and 55% respectively. After we collect the data, so we do the next step for the methodology. The next is data cleansing. Data cleansing here means that we need to identify the data errors. Is there any of missing values, missing data, or even there is any redundant data, or maybe there is a unwell form of data type, so we try to fix it, and we need them to meet the harmonize of data. After that, we move to the data structuring. The data needs to be structured, delete, and organized into a unified format, so it meets the requirement of planned analytical uses. Some of the perceptional questions given, these are the 10 questions that given to the participants as respondents for our research from 1 to 10. So these questions will divide into 2 kinds of groups, like the face-to-face learning and also the online learning groups of the question. Coming to the result in the table from here are the quantity of the perception from respondents for FTF learning or face-to-face learning, and also for the online learning. Here is the numbers for each answered questions into each groups of FTF and online learning. After that, we do the visualizing data. Those 3 packages has a different function. As the diverse packages here, this is a big package that conclude these 2 kinds another package like dplayer and ggplot2. In these syntax programs, there are several keywords that bring out from the packages installed here. There is first time after we install the library, we need to read the file consists of the data collections before that after we obtain from the respondents. The name here is stated in the braces. Like the keyword, we need to state read.csv. So the CSV file input and typed into the into this bracelet. And then the G plus has another attributes and properties here, like AES. AES is to define about the x-axis, y-axis for the bar chart, and to fill the status column in the bar chart. so the information can be obtained and see clearly for the people. So another geometry bar and geometry text, geom underscore bar and geom underscore text. This one is for the bar chart, and the text is for the title or the text label here. So the position is will control about how many numbers the distance between one bar to another. So after we execute the program, we can got these results on the bar chart based on the 4 scale. This diagram for figure 1 to 4, it means that the 4 scale from the Likert scale in the questionnaire for strongly disagree, agree, and strongly agree. Each of diagram will shows about the differentiate of two groups between FTF and online. FTF here means face-to-face learning, and each answer we collect that resulting the percentage of how many students answered or how many participants answers. And here are the next we are going to create the stack bar charts here. What the difference is the bar will become so near and then in a narrow distance from one bar to another bar, and it will shows and visual stacked on the diagram, and it shows the diagram in horizontal line. So these are the two kinds of syntax that we used. First, of course, after install the library, and then we call the file by read CSV. And the syntax program create bar just produce the types of charts that later we can see it in the figure 5 and 6. It also using the function of ggplot, geom underscore bar, and state equal identity means that we're creating the state bar. Well, next, the execution of the syntax program. We can see the result here. Here are the display from the execution syntax program before. There are two kinds of group, face-to-face learning and also online learning. There are several colors will define about the several answers from the respondents based on the Likert scale from 1 to 4. Strongly disagree, agree, and strongly agree. And here we can see the purple areas from the face-to-face groups. It means that the purple color who has answered the strongly agree for face-to-face learning. We can see a wider areas rather than the perception of online learning in a purple answer. And also the reverse for the online learning who already answered the disagree and also strongly agree is much more bigger. The quantity is much more bigger rather than the face-to-face learning. So we can say in a discussion, the discussion here, there are several points that we can point out after collecting the information from the visualization of the differentiation between face-to-face and online learning. First, from the collected data questionnaire obtained, that students choose more to have face-to-face learning than online learning. And then it shows from stack bar figure that the opinion value and percentage is way different, about 85% difference. And also about 7.5% students who choose online learning explained that the cost spent for daily transport go to campus is also reduced. Some of them explained that the reason on the questionnaire that the cost is. Also, the last information we can get from the discussion here is another student also explained that through online make them safer because the pandemic condition is still worrying. However, the cost for tuition also reduced and can be transferable for internet funding. So they transfer tuition reduction to be the internet funding, like buying the quota or internet or the signal from the provider. It's better. And you can see from the pie chart here, the figure can show up about how much student that choose face-to-face and also online. And here the importance, some reasons from respondents why they need face-to-face learning. Several respondents or the participants in this research already stated and explained about the reason why and also the opinion why they need more face-to-face learning rather than for the online learning. Several statements that majority felt out by the students and the participants here are because some of them stated that bad internet connections always happen for them into their areas and bad signal, also network difficulties, lack of budget for internet quota, need more social interaction with human directly because they are human and a sociality of human. Online learning is not effective because it makes you so boring, spoiled, and demotivated for studying and doing assignment. So they will do the procrastination and have no guts to do some reading maybe or studying subject. Plus, it's about hard to understand the subject material. But in other way, there is still a less respondent answered some reason why they still need online learning. Because some of them still care about their health and also the urgent condition as a pandemic. A virus spreading here is still not in the end of the spreading. So they still need the online learning. But the proportion here, the respondents who needs the face-to-face is much more bigger rather than the online learning. So the conclusion, going to the conclusion here for the first point is we need more understanding about the Tidyverse package because in the Tidyverse package consists of several library and packages that can shows and visualize giving the diagram in many kinds and model of diagrams, which is this thing can represent the data in many ways. And also in UMTAS, got majority higher percentage as better perception by face-to-face learning in class compared to online learning. And also another conclusion, learning in class make them feel the real interaction between students and teacher. Also among students which can fulfill the basic social human needs. So they need to explore the humanity feels as socializing their self and expressing their self to have a socialization. And then students in Information Technology Education Department or PTI got majority higher percentage until 93% as better perception by face-to-face learning in class compared to online learning. And the last is students explain their choice about FTF is better than online learning in case of supporting their motivation, spirit, responsibility, even humanity ability. So that's why based on this study, it means that after 1 year online learning have done at their homes, they need more another moment, another circumstances that can back to reality and real life by face-to-face learning in class. Next, going to the last part here about the acknowledgement. This acknowledgement dedicated to Information Technology Education Department and also Faculty of Education and Teachers Education in FKIP, PPM, and also University Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya. I thank for colleges from Information Technology Department who provided insight and expertise that greatly give me chances in this research. And also sincere thanks go to all members of colleges, close friends, WhatsApp group for offering me the big support to finish this paper. And this is the last one. Thank you. Thank you for joining my presentation. I will see you again in next occasion. And I hope you always be healthy. See you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.